Hi there, yeah, Justin here again from Brickright. Yeah, I just wanted to make this van vlog about mental health and men's mental health in particular, because I think us men, you know, we let things, a lot of us, we let things, especially the old school men, we let things get on top of us. You know, we don't talk, we don't say nothing, we think, oh, I'm a big strong man, I can deal with this, and we shouldn't. We should be able to talk, and we should be able to you know, seek advice and get it out and just make yourself feel a little bit better. So I think, you know, what's currently happening with me at the moment is everything's kind of come on top, and you know, that's life, isn't it? That's what happens sometimes, but it's come on top, and explain a little bit to you as to why it's come on top. What's happened is Dayton's had a baby, right? So Justin's a grandfather, which is great. Happy days. Dayton's 18. Yeah, they called him Reggie after my grandfather, and the baby's absolutely amazing. He's special. He's lush. We love him to bits. It's just about getting Dayton and his girlfriend settled, and you know, they're young, so that's all it's about. But I want the best for him. So in that respect, it's just that's causing the stress a little bit as well, you know. Going on site, which will come out in the videos, but very, very briefly, we've had an issue going on with marshals. They've let us down. Oh, it's a bloody traffic jam here now. Do you know what? I'm gonna turn around, bear with me. I can't do traffic. Oh shit. I can't do traffic. No, I'm still doing my 3-point turn. Cheers, mate. She's looking at me as if to say, you bloody can't drive for shit, pal. I can't do traffic. Anyway, where was we? So yeah, that's what's happened with young Dayton. And then in work, we got a marshals thing going on, and they've let us down with materials. They've let me down. They've let my customer down. And they've let my current customer down, so we've got to pull off site and stuff. That's happened, so that's caused a mountain of bloody stress on top of the other thing that's going on with Date. Then my dad has been in hospital. He's okay, but we had the worry of him going in hospital. He's out now, but you know, I was worried about that. Anytime your dad or a family member goes into hospital, you get that panic, don't you? You get that fear, and you think, oh bloody hell, you know, is he going to be all right, type of thing. So we've had to deal with that. My wife's not very well. She's got disabilities and stuff, so she's not very well. She's got things going on with her as well. So I won't paint any more of a picture. You can see it's quite intense at the moment, isn't it? And then to sum it all up, yesterday, this car that I'm driving, that I love, we don't use it a lot, and I parked it outside next door's drive temporarily, well, which I thought was temporarily yesterday, and the bloody thing, the battery went on it and it wouldn't start, and I blocked next door's drive on top of all this ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. He's knocking my door. Oh yeah, Jess, your car's blocking my drive, why have you parked it there? And I was like, I'm so sorry, I've you know, the car's bloody broken down. And I'm thinking, you know, if it don't rain, it pours, innit? And that's what happens in life, innit? You know, if it don't rain, it pours, and you think, well, why me? Why is all this going to happen to me? So how do we deal with that as men? You know, we tend to clamber up, don't we? We tend to go in our shell a little bit, and we don't seek any help and stuff. And I think what happened with me over a period of a couple of months, and I'll say this, I started to get a little bit depressed about stuff. And I'm normally a chirpy, cheerful person. You know me, you see me in the videos. I'm always cheerful and chirpy, and I think that's the only way to deal with life, is to be like that. But sometimes it's difficult to keep that up. And I started to get a little bit like worried and taking so much on, and taking more on than I could chew and process, and it started to get a little bit on top. And then what happened to the business is the phone was ringing, and I was thinking, nah, I can't be arsed answering that today. I just can't face it, can't be bothered. Next day I'm thinking, I'll answer the phone tomorrow, I'll answer the phone calls tomorrow, I'll get back into the game, and I can't, you know, can't take my foot off the pedal with Brickright. I've got to keep going. You know, this is important. This is your livelihood. This is your business. Phone rang the next day. I don't want to answer him. I can't be asked speaking to people, and that's what happens. You detach yourself. You detach yourself, and you think, well, I can't be bothered with the important stuff, can you? You don't want to be doing it anymore, and one day goes into 2 days, 2 days go into 3 days, and we're in traffic again now. It's only 3 cars, so I'm all right with 3 cars. Don't panic. There's no more 3-point turns. And you detach yourself on it, and then it goes into days and days and days. Days become weeks, weeks become, and then it just goes on and on and on. All of a sudden, you've taken your foot off the pedal. Excuse me. You've taken your foot off the pedal with your business. Things are starting to suffer. You're not answering the calls. The quotes have dried up. You don't want to go see anybody. All of a sudden, then you're in the shit because you've created a bloody bombshell. And your business is suffering. Your mortgage is not getting paid, or your boys haven't got the, that. How long have we got left in work now? Just what's the bookings? Oh, we're a year, lads. Oh, great, fine. Then you're down to 3 months or whatever, and it really starts getting on top, and that adds to the other pressure, and then boom, it all starts going off, doesn't it? And again, it's life. It happens, and it happens to the best of us when you least expect it. So my advice to you would be, if you're you bloody dickhead, if you're a man and you're stubborn and you think you're the big guy and you don't need help, you're wrong. Talk to your mates, go out for a pint, go out, a couple of pints, get pissed, whatever. Have a family chat with somebody in the family that you're comfortable with, and just talk about it, and slowly but surely start to try and deal with each situation individually on its own. Because my old nan used to say, God rest her soul, she used to say, things always sort themselves out in the end. And when I was young, I used to think, bloody hell, nan, this is a big situation I got going on here. And 9 times out of 10 when I was young, with me, it was always about money. I couldn't afford this, I couldn't afford that. How was I going to pay for my car broken down? How was I going to, pay the next thing, a mortgage? I'd been off work, laying bricks for 4 weeks. It's been too cold to lay. Oh my God, boom, boom, boom. Again, and she'd be like, no, they'll always sort itself out in the end. And generally things do, but you have to put things in place to be able to sort those things out. So, I would strongly suggest that if you're in that place, you talk to somebody and you just get it off your chest and try to put one step in front of the other. And if you're really bad and you're in that situation and you don't see no end to it, you've got to go and seek medical professional advice and try and get yourself sorted, because we live in such a fast and furious time, and the expectation of so many people is so high, and everybody wants it, like a parcel, don't they? You phone Amazon, or you order your parcel with Amazon, 7 o'clock the next day, thinking, shit, where's my parcel? Bloody parcel haven't arrived. I ordered it 8 o'clock last night. It's 7 o'clock now today. Where's my bloody parcel? And people think that's what bricklaying's like. People think that's what extensions and your landscaping and your plastering is like. Somebody phones you at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning. By the Wednesday, they want their bloody, they want their brick wall put up or whatever. It's not like that. You've got to take a step back. Sometimes, I know a lot of the lads, they don't have breaks in work. If you don't have break in work, then as far as I can see, you're a bloody idiot. So if you're one of those ones that's not having a break in work, taking yourself out of the work environment, go to sit in the van, canteen, have a natter, have a laugh, have a wind up with the lads on site or whatever, have your bloody tuna sandwich or your baguette and your coffee, go on your phone or whatever, or just have a chat. But it can't be about work. Just take yourself away from it. And then when you run a business, you can tend to take your work home, and you have to a certain extent, but you have to have that cut-off time. So generally for me, 7 o'clock at night, if I'm working quotes out and I've promised somebody, I'll try and get the quote back to you Wednesday, and it's Tuesday night and it's 7 o'clock and I still haven't done it, I don't do it. It's a cut-off time. I'll contact the person the next day then and say, sorry Gary, I haven't been able to do your quote, mate. I'll try and get it to you over the next couple of days. I'm running a bit late. And generally, people say, that's fine, Justin, no problem. Thanks for letting us know. Speak to you when you're ready. So you've sorted it, right? If you keep working your quotes out and you're sat there and it's 8, 9 o'clock at night and then you get in, you can't go to sleep. You can't go to sleep then because it's all in your head. It's all rattling around in your head. You've taken on too much. So there are things that you can do as a business owner or as a self-employed person or whatever you are, you can put in place to kind of help yourself to be less stressed and to be more chilled out and a little bit relaxed. And you have to have these things in place that when you notice yourself getting ahead of yourself and you notice these things starting to take over and you notice these things starting to take control, then you need to take a step back. You need to think, hang on a minute, I'm doing it again. I'm taking myself now. I'm going too bloody far into this. I need to take a step back. I need to put these things in place. There's cut off times, and that's what you need to do. And we all do it. You'll put these things in place, it'll work one week, and then the next week you'll start doing it again. And you sat there and you're thinking, yeah, actually, Jess, I can relate to that. You're right. And I know you can because I've done it myself. So you've got to be careful how you manage a business. You've got to be careful when you put your kids' times in, when you put your family time in. And to me, right, family, I spend a lot of time with my mates and stuff, right? But mates ain't your family. Mates come and go, and we all have mates, and it's great. Most important thing, I got 4 children and my wife, and they're my life. I love them to absolute bits, as we all do, right? So I put all my effort and all my time into my family. If Amelia, my daughter, phones me up and she says, Dad, I need a chat or whatever, I need to come around for a cup of coffee, or, you know, can you come around and help me out with something with the house? That's my time when I'm my happiest. Or we can have a family meal or something, or the boys will get together and we'll go and watch Cardiff City play. But to be honest, watch Cardiff City play and that's giving me even more stress because they're shit, innit? But you know, we go down, we watch a City play or something, or if you've got to go and watch the rugby, you get the drift. So you've got to put things in place. Another thing you can do, and I've just done this actually, so I've just been to see somebody who runs a business doing detailing. So I just had a little bit of alteration with details on the car, and I was sat there talking to him, and I said I run a business and blah blah blah. So we started talking, and I thought, bloody hell, even though your business is something completely different, there's a lot of comparison in your line of work as in my line of work. And I'm talking to him and he's talking to me, and I can see that he's getting some satisfaction out of the fact that I'm telling him, yeah, I have to put up with this as well, or yeah, I have to do that as well, or oh yeah, I've noticed this and I've noticed that, and we're doing the same to each other. And it comes to the forefront then that you're not alone. It's not just you. You're not the one that's just having to deal with all this huge amount of pressure and huge amount of family time and issues going on in the family, and your car breaking down and everything's going wrong on site, and it's overload, and you're the only one that's dealing with it. You can't put it onto anybody else because it's all about you. So yeah, it was good to have a chat, so I'd recommend you have a chat with somebody who runs a business, and you'll get a lot of sense out of them and each other, and that could help. I was going to say to you, bollocks. So the other thing I've done as well is last week I just thought I'll have a day off, so I sent Fraser and Dayton back to work. Fraser's more than capable of doing the job that I asked him to do. It's good for him to get some learning experience and not have Daddy around saying, let's do it like this, let's do it. I make his own decisions, so he's progressing. So I thought, sod it. So I woke up the one morning, I thought, not going to work, not because I didn't want to, not because because I always want to go to work, but I thought, sod it. I'm gonna have a day off, and I'm gonna do a quote in the house. I don't have to do it on the weekend, so that freed up a little bit of time. Fraser's got the experience. Happy campers. And then we've come, so that was kind of like midweek, and then we've come to the end of the week, Friday, and I thought, well, let's have Friday off. So I've had Friday off, Saturday off, Sunday off. We're going out tonight to Fraser's housewarming party, Fraser and Cody. So that's something for me to look forward to. So I think when it heats up and you have the boom 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 starting, when you run these businesses, take a step back. Don't be afraid to think, I'm going to take a day off. And, you know, my schedule's taken a beating because we're like 8 weeks behind schedule because of all the rain we've been having all over the UK, and Wales is the worst. So my schedule's behind. So 5 years ago, I thought, can't have a day off, schedule. I've got to keep people happy. But it's not just about your customers. It's not just about them all the time. It can't be. It's got to be about you. So that's another thing to do, is just, you know, take a step back. Take yourself out of the pressure pot and then refresh over the weekend like I'm now going to do. I'm going to have a nice time tonight. I've been looking forward to it, to spend time with all my kids and Lucy, my wife, and all the family down there tonight. We'll have a laugh and a joke and a bit of a drink and a get-together. Absolutely fantastic. That's my happy times. So I've got that to look forward to. Going back up to Blackwood on Monday. Things are starting to take shape and fix themselves on site. So Monday brings a fresh start, a fresh week, and things are starting to get a lot better. So the hope is be in a better frame of mind on Monday, a lot fresher to carry on and do the job. So yeah, that's something I'd strongly recommend to you do. If it gets tough and you feel a lot of pressure, take a step back. So there we are. I thought I'd get it out. I'm going through a bit of a stressful time at the moment. I'm coming out of it now because I've put these things in place. I've recognised what's going on, and I've put these things in place to myself, and I have a little bit of an alone time. I have a little bit of a recap, and I think, Jess, no, you're doing it. You're going down the wrong road, and I'm backing back out of it. So men's mental health is really, really, really important that you recognise it and you put these steps in. If you've suffered with mental health as a bloke, then, you know, you don't have to leave them in the comments below. But if you want to leave some stuff in the comments below, a little bit of experience about what's happened to you and how you deal with it, or if you want to leave them in the comments below and you've got helplines for these places, these charities or whatever, that are willing to help people on the phone or in person, then please leave the link to those numbers and the websites or the emails or whatever it is in the comments below for people to be helped. And I think it's a real serious issue, because we just don't like to speak about it, because you're a big 18 stone, grey-haired, fat, double-chinned, bearded guy. So that's me basically, innit? And you think you're bigger and you're better and you're harder and you don't need help, but you do. So go and get it. I hope it's helped. I hope the video's helped. And there's a bin man up front and there's more traffic, so I've got to get my stress levels down now, because traffic, boom, boom, boom. So I'm going to put one of those things in place now and help me get through this. And I'm going to put some music on and cheer myself up a bit, because I'm in traffic. See you soon. See you on the next one. Be happy in your life. And see you again. Stay safe. Ta-da.